Hey guys, I just read Avengers number 15. Now, I know you're thinking, wait, Professor Bill, I thought you wanted to just do issue number ones. Well, yeah, Uncanny Avengers, issue number 15, but it's part one of a specific storyline. So silly nuances and tricks aside, but we're talking Uncanny Avengers number 15, and if you've been following the Avengers recently, you should know that the Hulk has died. The Hulk has been killed. It was actually an elaborate ruse, I guess, in a way. Bruce Banner was starting to work on some things. Captain America, while he was under the influence of Hydra, has actually been suggesting that Banner continue certain experiments that would inadvertently cause him to revert back to the Hulk again. And I don't know, all sorts of really weird things that have been leading to what seems to be this moment. The Hulk, Bruce Banner, actually gave Hawkeye a specific arrow, a Hulk killer arrow, I guess, just in case he ever became the Hulk again. So if you've seen that Hawkeye had assassinated Bruce Banner, it's because Banner asked him to, just in case it seemed that he was going to Hulk out again. So that's what wound up happening. But regardless, all sorts of weird antics here. And now Captain America, angry that the Uncanny Avengers, a group composed of Inhumans and mutants and regular superpowered people, if there is such a thing, as a form of a unity peace squad. Cap just disbanded them because they've done nothing but screw up and fail over and over again. And we're talking Rogue, the Wasp, Dr. Voodoo, Deadpool, gee, why is everything being screwed up? Quicksilver, the Human Torch, Synapse, and Cable. So, obviously Human Torch, former of Fantastic Four. So, we start off with Rogue and Deadpool having the adult conversation. They're the only two who actually know that Cap disbanded the team. The other guys have gotten clues and hints from emails saying you're going to be absorbed into a different faction, different team, and so on. But Rogue is able to do a pretty good job, at least a better job than Deadpool is, of keeping them in the dark. So in this issue, Deadpool is not as funny. You know, like him in a team, when he's by himself, you got the multiple different voices and the specifically the in-context narrations. You'll have the different narrations because the different voices in his head, and it can be funnier. In a team, not quite as funny. He's got a couple cute moments in here, which, make me chuckle a little. But besides that, nothing that's really like, yeah, Deadpool! So, yeah, sad face. But nonetheless, it's a good story. I like the idea of where this is going, the inevitable. They get word that the Hulk is about to be resurrected. Daniel Drum. There's Jericho Drum, who is Dr. Voodoo, and he's got the ghost of his brother inside of him. He's always had this. That's Daniel Drum. So that's his dead brother inside of him. He can send it to possess people and things like that. He's got his own spirit he can mess with and do what he wants with. And the voice, whatever. It's kind of jealous. It's envious. It's whatever. And the hand promised Daniel Drum, hey man, we will give you a whole new body again if you just tell us where the Hulk was buried after they killed the Hulk. So he's like, oh yeah, sure, here you go. Bang, this is where his body is. So they went and kidnapped the body. And Jericho found out about this, and he goes back to warn the team. And, well, they go to Japan. They meet up with Elektra. They put some whooping on some hand. The really cool Deadpool moment, the only really cool, super cool Deadpool moment that actually happens, I can't believe I just said super, is that they're entering this Japanese domicile, this big, gigantic place. It's got the rice paper windows and all that in the doors. So they're, carefully opening the doors, sliding the doors open and entering. And Deadpool just kind of rip right through the door, right through the window. And, Rogue and all them, they're like, Deadpool, what are you doing? And he's like, okay, first off, You break through walls all the time. This is one of the very few places, like Japan is the only place I can do that. So, plus, I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to destroy this whole entire place anyway, right? So what's the big deal? It's good foreshadowing because that's what they always do. So they enter in and they start kicking some serious hand butt from outside to inside to all over the place. Um, Cable, I should mention, is not actually here. He's doing something else in the meantime. So they beat these guys up and they think they've gotten to the proper place, and then they realize that the body that is here being resurrected or whatever isn't actually Bruce Banner. Hey, what's going on here? And one of the dying hand ninja says, "Oh, you thought we were going to make it that easy for you?" Quicksilver comes back and says, "Oh, guys, I just realized that there's an entire subterranean labyrinth right downstairs behind the stone gate. What's down there?" So it's like, "Oh, great. We're never going to be able to get to this in time." And sure enough, earthquake, you wish. It's actually the Hulk. They resurrected the Hulk, put one of those Tengu samurai masks on him, and he's a roaring, rampaging Hulk. It's actually shades of Original Sin, Fear Itself. Excuse me, Fear Itself. When Hulk got one of the worthy hammers. So yeah, really freaky stuff. Very impressive. That's actually where the story ends. And I like where this is going. I'm going to give this a single solitary thumbs up with a little anticipation to back it up. Guys, Professor Bill, Comic University. Class dismissed.